tutaddeyo abadde bagenda okweyimirira bamweyimiridde babiri. Bwe twasooka okuteekayo okusaba bail ebbanga eryayita, twateekayo taata wa Alex Waisswa ne tuteekayo ne mukyalawe. Kati omukyala mugenzi, so kati twaleese taata we ne tuleeta ne ow'ekitiibwa bali mwezi Ronald Nsubuga Lord Mayor yakalondebwa. Naye okulaga nti already kyenkana babadde basazeewo kye baagala okukola oba oliawo nga bafunye edda obusimu okubalagira ekyokukola. State prosecutor agambye nti nedda taata wa Waisswa amuli nnyo ku lusegere ya muzaala tajja kusobola kumukaka kujja kkooti nga kkooti emuwadde akakalu kaayo kubanga taata. Naye ate negamba nti ono bali mwezo ate ye ali wala tali ku lusegere tajja kusobola kukaka Waisswa kukomawo mu kkooti kubanga tamwinaako Luganda. Kane twebuuza kikyategeeza ogambye taata tasaanidde kubanga muli nnyo ku lusegere tajja kuleeta mwana we abonaabonere mu kkooti, ate ono ogambye nti ali wala tamwinaako Luganda. Kugamba olaba akavuyo ako nga kakulagira ddala nti already babadde bamaze dda okukola decision obaolyawo nga bafunye akasimu kubawe twaze wano ku makya nga bali mu meeting n'abasirikale naki obaolyawo nga abasirikale be babaleetedde ensala evudde gyevudde. Kati kyekibaddewo kyannaku nti ekyamazima kooti zaffe tezeetengeredde. Tubadde tumanyi nti bajja kukolayo ak'obuntu kuba ensangi zino bannayuganda babadde bagoberera ebigenda maaso mu kooti nga zisala mu ngeri etategerekeka zisibye abantu emyaka 6 okuwulira omusango tekutandikanga muba myaka kalukaayo n'ebirala bye tuzze tulaba buli omu amakooti ogenze eri ne buga nti kakati ono yawangula ffe tujuusizza newankubadde tusanze boxi bazikyanga dda. Kati abantu babadde bagamba nti kooti waakiri erinayo akaagaanya akalala okwenunula eri bannayuganda ebirinako obuntu. Musajja yafiiriddwa mukyala bwe muteeka kakalu ka kooti agenda aziike mukyala bwe kubanga mwagana omuta agenda amujjanjabe. Naye kooti eraze nti nako obuntu tekakyaliwo. Kyannaku tusabire eggwanga lyaffe lino kuba leero Waisswa bano abalamuzi n'abantu abali mu gavumenti ndowooza bo bagenda ne balowooza nti si bantu balinga bakatonda b'oku nsi, bajjukire nti nabo bantu. Musango giri ebiri waliwo gwe bamuteekako gwa inciting to commit an offense. Chief Magistrate Doreen Ayinembabazi yagulimu, then wabeerawo gwa unlawful drilling ogulimu Waisswa ne ba Edmutwe n'abalala, ogwo grade 1 magistrate Damali Masimwe yagulimu. Gwe tubadde tugenda okudda mu kooti eyo nga tumaliza guno ninga bwe tugambye nti twekandaze nga bannamateeka tugende tujja gendayo kubanga ne bwogendayo eri ne bakuwa beero n'akumye already tebagenda muta. Naye ono kyakoze kuba kati ono ye mukama wooli, ono chief magistrate oli ye grade 1 magistrate. Kati mukama we tayinza kusala bwati ate oli amuli wansi n'akola ekirala instructions zonna oba oli bazifunye wamu. Tugaka kati katugende tuziike mukyala wa Waisswa.
Ekisooka tuwakanya okuba nti buli misango gya byabufuzi egy'abannabyabufuzi basalawo obutaleeta basibe ku kooti. Ndowooza temukiraba mu misango mirala gyonna ne bano be mulaba be baateekako emisango egyetaagisa n'akalabba egy'okutta abantu babaleeta mu kooti. Ekyo twandibadde tukikkiriza kubanga essaawa zino kooti ezimu zirina n'ebikozesa ebisobola okukkiriza omuntu okubeera mu kooti. Naye okuba nti the Honorable Waiswa Mufumbiro tebamukkiriza na kubeera mu kooti, tulabye ekifaananyi kye nga bwe kivaako bwe kiddako. Owakomera ng'agamba nti ffe okujjako okuli omulamuzi yekka ne balooya bye boogera tetubiwulira, kitegeeza Honorable Waiswa Mufumbiro tabadde na mu kooti, takkiriziddwa na kubeera mu kooti kubanga kooti eno teyina byuma bibadde bisobola muyamba kuba mu kooti. Naye ne linki gye twagisabye nti ogenze ku Zoom kale guno omukooti omusango gwa nsi yonna olwategedde nti ensi tugikkirize egende maaso n'okulaba ebigenda maaso, nago ne bakola ki? Ne bagujjako. Kooti neegaana bannamawulire okuyingira kooti. Kitegeeza the Honorable Waiswa Mufumbiro akugiddwa okubeera mu kooti n'abantu abalala ab'eŋŋanda n'ensi yonna egaanye okuba mu kooti. Ekyo nakyo kimenya amateeka. etteeka ligamba omuntu yenna lwalina omusango gwe nga guwulirwa alina okubeera mu kkooti ye mu buntu abaddemu bitundutundu era omusango guno guli public nature. Ensi yonna erina okumanya ekigenda mu maaso. Basazeewo okutuwuliriza mu kateni, basazeewo okuteekawo ekisiikirize, basazeewo okuteekawo enzikiza nga basalawo ensonga mu ngeri gye bazisazeemu kubanga za nsonyi. Ndowooza ensonyi zokka ze balina zeezo naye tebakyalina nsonyi mu mateeka ne mu buntu bulamu. Okulaga nti tuwakanya okuba nti bagaana obaleeta mu kkooti, okuwakanya okulaga nti tulowooza kkooti teyeetengeredde, tusazeewo nga bannamateeka ffenna n'ab'eŋŋanda basazeewo batuwadde instructions twekandaze mu mateeka, tetugenda genda maaso ga kkooti eyo. Era oluva wano tusazeewo genda kuziika. Kkooti bwesazeewo ebeere ku zoom yaayo, ebeere ku laptop, kubanga ne bwe yandigitaddeko babe twabulidde talina kapasite ereeta abantu kuwulirizibwa, tetugenda kubeera mu kkooti eyo. Tukomawo wano tugenda kudda mu kkooti eno ng'abasibe baleeteddwa mu kkooti eno. Tugenda kudda mu zoom kubanga abantu baffe baba tebali ki mu kuwulirizibwa ng'amateeka. Naffe tuba tumenya amateeka ge tumanyi obulungi nga bannamateeka, okukkiriza okwogera mu kkooti ng'abasibe tebaliiwo. The state has been so casual to state that even the father is not substantial because of the proximity and closeness. Retired from service, he's unemployed and is not substantial to stand surety, a father of the accused person. The state has continued to be so casual. You recall how casual it was when the deceased Teddy was here. You all were here. The state said the surety is just pretending, faking sickness, the same sickness that we submitted as really ended her life. Again, today we saw the same casualness. There is no benevolence, there is no kindness. Even to the parent had to weep. We saw the father weeping. Omwabi wa government awakanyiza taata wa Waiswa, Honorable Waiswa Mufumbiro, okubeera omu kwaba bamweyimirira ng'agamba tasaanidde. Ekisooka nti olw'okuba yawummula obulamuzi kitegeeza mwavu, nti ekirala nti engeri gy'ali taata w'oyo avunaanibwa ajja mulemesa okudda mu kkooti omulamuzi. Kituwadde nnyiike ne kitujjukiza kkooti y'emu, state attorney y'omu ne munno omukyala bwe twaleeta empapula eziraga nti omugenzi kaakati alina kansa. Mujjukira badda ku nnaku z'omwezi okugamba nti nno yeerwaza, nti ensonga zaleese mu kkooti zirina simba okweyimirira bba. Obulwadde bwennyini n'empapula ze twaleeta ze baawakanya bwe bulwadde obwamusse. Naye kati olwali tulabye nga batandise n'okuzinira ku malaalo g'abafu nga state tetugenda kigumiikiriza. Era tetugenda kugenda mu maaso nga bannamateeka ku kugoberera bugoberezi. Gwe mulundi ogusooseefu okugamba nti tuli obliged. Bulijjo tugamba kkooti we obliged today, we have not obliged to the decision.
Convicted of the offence of dealing with suspect property contrary to Section 21 of the Anti-Corruption Act. The law provides that upon conviction, the offender is liable to a fine not exceeding 160 currency points or to imprisonment to a term not exceeding 7 years or both.
Currency points?
160 currency points.
That translates to what in terms of real cash? Ugandan currency? I like to think in the real sense. That is what?
3,200,000 shillings. My Lord, the convict is a first-time offender to the knowledge of the prosecution. However, as the sentencing guidelines make it clear, the mere fact The mere fact of being a first-time offender status does not diminish the gravity of an offence where circumstances disclose high culpability and significant aggravating features. My Lord, in assisting this Honourable Court to arrive at an appropriate sentence, the prosecution is guided by the constitutional, in brackets, sentencing guidelines of courts of education, practice directions 2023, particularly the provisions relating to the purpose of sentencing, the general sentencing principles, and the factors aggravating corruption and related offences. The aggravating factors, my Lord, in this matter are not only numerous but deeply compelling. First, the offence was committed in clear abuse of office and breach of public trust. The convict at the time of the offence was a Minister of State for Karamoja Affairs and remains a serving woman member of Parliament for Okuda district. This position, my Lord, placed upon her judiciary duty of the highest order in relation to public resources. Instead of safeguarding those resources, the convict diverted them for her own use. My Lord, this conduct falls squarely within the aggravating consideration of breach of trust and abuse of office, which the guidelines recognize as central in corruption-related offences. My Lord, the trust breached was not merely institutional, but extended to intended beneficiaries, namely the Karachunas and the wider Karamoja community, who were deprived of resources meant for their welfare. Secondly, Your Lordship, the evidence establishes beyond doubt that the convict acted with corrupt intent and knowledge of the wrongful nature of her conduct. The manner in which the iron sheets were handled demonstrated a deliberate and calculated effort to conceal their origin and avoid detection.
The iron sheets which gave rise to this offense were returned. Even the balance was paid for as per Defense Exhibit 2 and 3. What was not paid, my Lord, were the iron sheets in the transit between the convict's farm and the police stores. And my Lord, that order of compensation should not be visited on the convict, because the state evidence, particularly the investigations officers, confirmed that the carried activities from the farm to the stores of police. And my lord, to be specific,
So that loss cannot be attributed.
it should not be attributed to the convict, my lord.
What did the convict pay for? Was it not, remind me the figures that were recovered from the farm. I thought the payment to government covered the entire difference. Are we able to tell that this payment that was made covered this number of iron sheets in terms of quantity? So that then I can guide. It is okay. Please consult your client. Yes.
She says even those ones which was alleged to have been lost in the transit will also pay. And the farm, and those ones which got phone were missing will also pay.
That's why I asked the question.
Yes,
because I believe the compensation of the money that was paid should have been covering the difference of the iron sheets as per the police search records and what they got. That means if others got lost subsequently, still she has covered that.
The clarification has been made. It was, payment was made as per Exhibit D2 and D3. My lord, the submission by the state about the aggravating factors as per the guidelines, the convict, the mitigating factors has brought it out as against what the state has said. My lord, we invite you to weigh the mitigating factors by the convict first against the aggravating factors by the prosecutor. In this case, attracts a fine as first option or imprisonment of 7 years in default or both. My lord, we invite court.
What is your interpretation of first option coming from? When you look at the provisions of the Act, where do you get that from? The reading of section 21.
Yes.
Go right there.
But I'm reading it, it says,
The way you're reading it, or what does it say?
any person who deals with property that he or she lives or has reason to believe was acquired as a result of an offense and this act was an offense and a conviction to a fine not exceeding 60 currency points.
Because it was placed first.
Placed first.
All right.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Okay. Please continue, Council Nanda.
My lord, as the convict has already stated, I just wanted to draw attention to the court in respect of Exhibit P12. The Exhibit 12. My lord, when you look at that Exhibit P12, so many leaders who have not received the iron sheets in the same manner.
I thought you were reopening
No, I'm not.
the question of the law, the facts upon which the conviction was
No,
based.
I'm not going to mention.
So, as per PX12,
Yes,
the recipients of the iron sheets were many.
were many.
Okay.
Actually, mine were about 190 in the same manner. So, my Lord, we invite court to look at the circumstances and make a finding that several of them were also misled in the manner the convict was also misled.
About the health issue, yes, we've said that she has been sick, but as we speak currently, she's supposed to show us evidence, not just by word of mouth. They're supposed to bring medical evidence, which also shows that prison cannot manage her condition in the event that she's taken there. They've not produced any of them. My Lord, I also want to submit on the issue of return. The convict did not willingly return iron sheets. She did not wake up one morning and say, you know what, I was misled, let me return these iron sheets back to OPM. No. Police intervened, she was questioned, and led to the recovery of the exhibits. That's not willful return. And I don't want us to be caught in that misconception. My Lord, lastly, the issue of the compensation. I remember I saw the receipt which she brought in her defense, but unfortunately we've not verified. Apart from what she's telling us, I would really request for maybe time to also consult and know what exactly she paid for. Because if she's saying she paid for, we've had differences. What was recorded at the scene, what we verified in Chivoli, and at what point did she pay? So if she says, we would have no objection if she paid the difference of what police officials said had been missing that way. But apart from having that receipt here, we did not verify. Because one, I think they gave us a photocopy, but we would need time to verify and know exactly what she paid for before we make our final announcement on that.
For the state and counsel for the defense, I've also carefully heard the submissions that have been made by the convict. I need some few hours to consider your submissions and prepare my written ruling, which I will deliver at 3 p.m. Counsel for the state, if you have any issue pertaining to the receipt for payments, I know they were tendered during the evidence of I know they were tendered into court during the evidence of the accused, and because she opted not to swear, you could not cross-examine on it. So, but still, I would have expected you to come prepared, because the aspect of payment certainly would affect proceedings of the nature that we are holding now. So if you want to address me, you will do that just before, and then I will determine whether it affects my decision or not. So allow me to return with my ruling at 3 p.m. today.